is the only person who, from scratch, built a company that is in the top 10 of the Fortune 500.
I was always playing around with numbers. I find it enjoyable.
What if I told you that one of the richest men in the world makes billions without working a 9-to-5, without chasing trends, and without even lifting a finger most days? Sounds like a dream, right? But for Warren Buffett, it's a reality. And today, you're about to discover how his passive income secrets could help you build wealth by doing almost nothing.
These people had one thing in common. They knew they had it in themselves. They knew they could be something beyond where they were. They were willing to put their time.
Warren Buffett didn't get rich by running after trends or launching flashy startups. He built his fortune through something much simpler, yet far more powerful: passive income. And the best part, you can learn to do the same, even if you're starting small. Stay with me. This video could change the way you think about money forever. Warren Buffett, also known as the Oracle of Omaha, is worth over $150 billion. But what's even more fascinating than his wealth is how he earns it. From an early age, Buffett understood something most people take decades to realize. Your time is your most valuable asset, and if you're constantly exchanging time for money, you'll never be truly free. Buffett chose a different path. He chose to create systems where money flows in even when he's not actively working. That's the essence of passive income. It's income you earn regularly with little to no effort. And while it may take time to build, once it's in motion, it can support your lifestyle for the rest of your life. That's what Buffett focused on, and that's what you can learn from. One of the most remarkable things about Warren Buffett is that he doesn't run most of the businesses he profits from. He owns them. Through his company, Berkshire Hathaway, Buffett holds major stakes in companies like Coca-Cola, Apple, and American Express. These companies send him dividends every quarter simply because he owns shares in them. He doesn't have to manage employees, handle customer complaints, or worry about daily operations. He just earns. That's one of the most powerful passive income lessons you can learn. Ownership creates freedom. You don't need to be the CEO of a tech startup to build wealth. You can buy shares of companies you believe in, hold them for the long term, and let the businesses do the work while you reap the rewards. Even if you're just starting with a few dollars in an index fund or dividend stock, the seeds you plant today can grow into a financial forest tomorrow. But what truly makes Buffett different is what he does with the income he receives. He doesn't blow it on luxury yachts or lavish vacations. He reinvests it. Every dollar he earns is a soldier sent back into battle to earn more. This is the power of compounding, where your earnings generate their own earnings. It's not magic, it's math. And over time, it's how small amounts grow into massive fortunes. Buffett began investing at just 11 years old. He didn't stop. He let his investments grow, reinvested the gains, and allowed time to do what it does best. Most people underestimate the impact of small, consistent actions over time. But Buffett knew that the earlier you start, the less you have to do later. And that's why he's often called the master of compounding. Now, here's another thing Buffett does differently. He doesn't invest in things he doesn't understand. He's famously avoided Bitcoin, NFTs, and other trendy assets, not because he's old-fashioned, but because he sticks to what he knows. He invests in companies with business models he understands and believes in. That might sound simple, but it's a powerful filter. It keeps him from making emotional, rushed decisions. It helps him focus on long-term value instead of short-term hype, and it keeps his passive income stream stable and predictable. You can do the same. Before you invest in any stock, ask yourself, do I understand how this company makes money? If the answer is no, it's better to wait, learn, and invest with confidence later. That clarity and patience can protect you from costly mistakes and build your financial foundation on solid ground. Buffett also teaches us that getting rich isn't about speed, it's about direction. He didn't become a billionaire in his 20s or 30s. In fact, the vast majority of his wealth came after he turned 50. He let time work in his favor. The lesson here is simple but profound. You don't need to rush, you need to start. Time is your most powerful ally in the world of passive income. The earlier you begin investing, the less you need to invest overall, because your money has more time to grow. Even small amounts can snowball into life-changing wealth. Buffett's journey proves that building wealth isn't about being flashy or aggressive. It's about being consistent and patient. What's even more inspiring is that Buffett didn't rely on just one stream of income, he built multiple. His wealth flows from dividends, business ownership, royalties, and something called insurance float. In simple terms, float is money Berkshire Hathaway gets from insurance customers before it has to pay out claims. In the meantime, Buffett invests that money and earns more income from it. That's next-level passive income. But for you, it can be as simple as diversifying your streams. You might start with dividend-paying stocks, then add a rental property. Maybe you write an ebook or create an online course. The goal isn't to make millions overnight. The goal is to slowly reduce your dependence on a paycheck. Each new income stream is a step closer to financial freedom. Let's pause here for a moment. Can you see the pattern? Buffett's wealth isn't built on secret stock tips or risky gambles. It's built on principles: owning assets, reinvesting profits, understanding what he buys, playing the long game, and diversifying income. These aren't complicated strategies. In fact, they're incredibly simple, but they require discipline. They require patience. And most of all, they require belief in the power of time. You might be thinking, well, Buffett is a billionaire. I can't do what he does. But the truth is, you can. Not at the same scale, of course, but the strategies, they're available to everyone. Start by saving a little each month. Invest in low-cost index funds. Learn about the businesses you invest in. Reinvest your dividends. Watch your income grow. Rinse and repeat. Passive income isn't about getting rich quick. It's about building a life where your money works harder than you do. It's about creating freedom. Freedom from stress, from financial anxiety, from the endless grind. That's what Buffett achieved. And that's what you can aim for too. Think about what it would feel like to wake up and know that your bills are covered. Not because you worked overtime, but because your investments are paying you back. That's not just wealth, that's peace of mind. In a world obsessed with hustle culture and fast results, Buffett's approach is a refreshing reminder that slow and steady not only wins the race, it also lets you enjoy it. He's lived in the same house for decades. He eats at McDonald's. He reads for hours a day. He doesn't live to impress others. He lives to enjoy the freedom his passive income provides, and that's something money alone can't buy.
I'll have a sausage McMuffin with egg and cheese. $3.17 is a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. The market's down.
So the question now is, are you ready to take the first step? You don't need to be a financial expert. You just need to make a decision. Start small, stay consistent, and let time and discipline do their job. Follow Buffett's path, not to copy his billions, but to unlock your own version of financial freedom. If Warren Buffett could build a fortune by being patient, disciplined, and thoughtful, so can you. His secrets aren't locked away. They're out in the open, and now they're in your hands. What you do next could change your life forever.